welcome to the Northland. This is going to be, I'm going to try and keep this short. This will be the last, probably the last full length type video of the year that I'm going to do. I may put up a couple of shorts along the way, but I think for now I'm shooting this after Thanksgiving. This is actually the day after Thanksgiving. So with Christmas and stuff coming up, New Year's, whatnot, I just figure we're going to stop for the holidays. I know I'm going to be busy, and I'm sure all of you are going to be busy as well. So I'll let you do what you need to do, spend time with family, and whatever you do, be safe, okay? If you drink, make sure you have a driver. Call a cab, Uber, Lyft, whatever you need to do, but make sure you stay safe, okay? I just want to kind of do a little bit of besides letting you guys know what's going on, because I know I haven't been posting videos regularly over the last few weeks, but I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a recap and then maybe some goals for next year. So it's funny because I looked over my end of year video from last year to see what my goals were for this year, and I didn't even come close. And there were some reasons for that were beyond my control, such as the weather. One of the things I wanted to do was obviously get to the track, and I was hoping to do that more, and I actually did not even make it one time this year. But we had a very wet summer. I think one of the wettest summers we've had on record. So it seemed like every time it was race weekend, it was raining. And I wasn't going to go out there just to sit out there and do nothing, in the hopes that the track would dry or whatever. So we ended up, and then we went off course a little bit, and I spent a lot more money on the house than I did the cars. And part of that too is it's something I wanted to do. Obviously, I like to improve my property, my home, but I also need to keep my wife happy, right? If I spend $50,000 on the judge or the jury or both, and nothing that my wife would like, my marriage probably won't last long. So, for any of you single guys, take note of that. So as far as what did we do this year? I took ownership of the jury. That was actually in December last year, so we've had it almost a year. And I'll do probably a 1 year review or something on that, probably in January. So stay tuned for that. What else did we do? We put the solar panels on the roof. And that was thanks to Wolf River Electric. And I really like the work that they did. If I were going to review them give them a review, I would give them probably a 4 out of 5 stars. And the only reason I'm taking 1 star off is I think they could have done a little bit better in letting me know, and I don't know, maybe future customers know, assuming they do it the same every time, that the amount of time that it takes to do this. My impression was that once the plans were submitted and they got the permit to build and got everything installed, that boom, we'd have solar electricity, right? No, it doesn't quite work that way. We approved the plan in July, late July. I think the stuff was delivered and actually installed by mid-August. And we didn't have solar power until I think it was right before Halloween. So August, September, October, that's at least 2 months. And it's not Wolf River's fault. There's a lot of different things that take place. They have to get a certificate, then your electric company, in my case, Wright Hennepin Co-op, has to come out. They have to look things over. They wanted some changes, so Wolf River had to come out and make a couple changes. and so on and so forth. And they had to get the inspector out, and he had to look at it. And then there had to be a witness test from the electric company to make sure that it's producing what they say it's going to produce, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of stuff, right? Stuff that's way above my head. And I think that just they could have done a better job saying, hey, you know, look, if you approve this today, it's probably going to be 2 to 3 months before you get electricity from the solar panels. I think would have been better, right? At least keep me informed. And they did. You know, as far as keeping me informed, I have to put this down because my freaking arm is killing me. They did keep me informed along the way, like probably once every 2 weeks or so. They would call me up and say, hey, this is what we're waiting on next. Once that's done, we're going to do this. So I give them kudos for that. Like I said, I just wish that I would have known from the start that it would have been that way, because then my expectations are, you know, normal, right? Rather than thinking I'm going to have it by the end of August, and no. So there was that. And we had Aurora Asphalt and Concrete come out and lay the pad for the hot tub, and we had the hot tub installed. So that was cool too, and I really like that. Oh my God, that is so nice, especially here now that winter has arrived. It's pretty cold lately. What else did we do? We did a bunch of small mods on the Jury, right? We did the rear tire brake light thing. We did the grab handles, or O-crab handles. We put in the fire extinguishers. We put in little storage compartment thing on the right-hand side. You can go back and watch all these videos if you want. We put in a catch can, and then the lights on the mirrors that go point off into the ditch. And the seat covers so that the dog doesn't muck up my rear seat. And just, like I said, tow hooks in the front, lettering, reflective lettering, the Bronco lettering, and what else? Aftermarket license plate holder. Like I said, nothing real big, just some minor things that we were doing just to make it my own, right? I don't think we did anything on the Judge this year. Actually, I take that back. We did get a set of matching Trident wheels from Steeda and had them swapped over. So now that I have all 4 matching wheels, it was nice. Next year, I'm going to get into the goals here for next year. So next year, and we did, let me backtrack a minute. We did do the car shows we said we were going to do, and we did the car cruises that we said we were going to do. So those were pretty cool too. There was an interview with I think it was the New Mexico State Trooper car guy that I wanted to do. That didn't pan out, but hopefully we can do that next year. And my buddy down at Apple Ford in Apple Valley, I still need to get with him at some point, and we'll do some cool stuff down there. Now, as far as my goals for next year, get to the track. And I hope that's going to be more than once. But again, I'm at the mercy of the weather. So I'm hoping more drag racing next year. I'm also hoping that I'm going to get my half shafts installed. This will be the second year I've been trying to do that. And I want to get a set of Billet Specialties wheels and the Mickey Thompson drag tires. Other than that, I think for the Judge, I'm not sure if there's going to be anything more than that. The axle shafts and the tires and wheels are not cheap, so that might be all I get on that. If I spend anything on the Jury, I'm either going to get a light bar across the windshield, or a set of fuel wheels, and maybe some super swampers or something that I can trade out for the summertime. And I do want to get this off-road finally. I was hoping to do that again this year, but my schedule was so busy, I barely had time to breathe. So my goal is to get that off-road next year. So if you live in Minnesota and you're watching this, right? You have a Jeep, Bronco, F-150, whatever, four-wheel drive, hey, hit me up. If you know some places to go off-road, let's go trail riding. I'd be cool with that. That'd be awesome. So I would like to do the Bronco off-rodeo as well, but I'm not sure I'm going to get to that this year, or next year, I should say. My wife and I were thinking of taking a month and driving up to Alaska, which would have been really cool. I should say would be really cool. But again, I'm not sure that's going to happen. Part of that reason for doing that was to go see my daughter, who who had enlisted in the Army at that point, and she was going to be serving up there, which was my first duty station, which would have been her first duty. So pretty cool, right? But some things happened. She's home now. She has another 6 months before she can re-enlist back to basic, and hopefully everything will work out as far as that goes. And I'm not sure she's going to go back to Alaska at this point, because that job position, whatever, may not be open. So I don't really know what we're going to do yet. I still want to drive up there at some point. I got friends up there. So to all my friends watching this, just keep praying. Keep your fingers crossed. Maybe I'll come up and see you. I don't really have anything planned for the house next year, but if we have the extra money, one of my goals would be to do like an epoxy thing on the floor of the Supreme Court. That's one of the things, and we're probably going to need a new furnace and AC soon. I'm hoping we can get another year or two out of what we got before I have to do that. But I think that's it. I don't know. If I think of something else, I'll put it maybe in the description below or something, or add it to the end of the video. But I can't think of anything else right now. So I'm going to let you go. We're going to try and keep this as short as possible. Again, be safe. No drinking and driving. If you need a cab or whatever, please do so. Find a designated driver maybe before you go. Somebody that you can call in the case that you have had too much to drink. I want to hopefully see all of you back here again next year. So enjoy the holidays with your family. Make sure you tell the people you love that you love them. You never know when you're going to take your last breath, or when they may take their last breath. The last time you might hear their voice, and so on. Make sure they know how you feel. So this is the perfect time of year to do that. All right, smash that like and subscribe even if you did not like the video. I'd really appreciate it. Tap the little bell. That's important. That way you'll get notified whenever I upload a new video. And getting all the notifications is better than getting some. So make sure you do that. Share it with anybody you think may be interested. And you know what I like to say? Since this is a season for giving, share it anyway, even if they don't want it. All right. Again, stay safe. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.